Good. Nice to be here. Nice to be in Aspen. My name's Louis. I live in New York. And I like New York. It's the only city where you actually have to say things like, hey, that's mine. Don't pee on that. You know? Usually you don't need that phrase. I did something really stupid the other day. I went to buy groceries at a supermarket and I forgot to have money. Have you ever done that? I was totally broke. And I didn't realize till the guy had bagged all my stuff and everything. And he says, $85. And I said, I don't have any money. And he's like, what? You don't have enough money? No, I don't have any money at all. And he didn't know what to do. He's like, well, you want to put some of your stuff back? Is that what you're saying? Put it all back, I think. The worst thing is I didn't know how to leave. You know, it's like, well, see you later. I had fun picking his stuff out anyway. I got a boner shop in here. Thanks, man. I always get in these embarrassing situations. Like, you know when you tell somebody a story, then a week later you tell them the same story again because you forgot? And by this time you've added a bunch of lies to it and you've embellished it. The other day I was telling a guy a funny story about something that happened to me, and it was true, but it didn't really happen to me. It happened to somebody else. I was just lying and saying it was me. And all of a sudden I realized that I was talking to the guy that it happened to. And he's like, that wasn't you, that was me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I thought that happened to me. Shit. So I got kind of lonely last night. I ended up calling one of those phone sex numbers. You ever call those? You know, like 1-900-BIG-TITS or whatever it is, you know. 1-900-BIG-OLD-FLOPPITY-TITTIES. You know those lines you call. And I always end up talking to some woman who's like 55 and her name is Blanche or something, you know. It's like,
I'm going to take your trousers off very slowly. And then I'm going to play with your balls.
sounds like a threat. Stay away from my balls, lady. I'll call the police. I gotta do something, though. It's ridiculous. It's been so long for me since I've had any real sex that even now when I masturbate, I don't have any point of reference for the fantasy, you know? Like now when I masturbate, I just fantasize about other times I masturbated. That's all I really have now to say. Oh, yeah, my old apartment. Yeah, that was a good one. I was in jail about a week ago because I drive, but I don't have a driver's license. So I had to go to jail, and I had to be strip searched at this jail. And so I'm staying naked in front of this cop, and he looks at me and he just says, "All right, lift." And I was like, "Lift what?" And he says, "Lift your testicles." And I was like, "Well, can I use my hands or?" Or do you just want me to go, rise, testicles! Rise on my command! Look at my great red hairy balls and fear me! Mira mis cojones grandes y pelirrojos! So that was a bad night. Sorry. You ever wear a bathing suit because you ran out of clean underwear? I better not do that. I did that once. I was on a date with a girl and I was wearing a bathing suit under my pants because I didn't have laundry. And she wouldn't have known except for I had that white string flapping outside my fly the whole time. And she's like, "What do you have, a tampon in there? What the hell are you doing? You're a loser." Yes. The other night I woke up in the middle of the night and my hand was asleep. Has it ever happened to you? Because I was sleeping like this for whatever reason. And I woke up and my shoulder hurt like a motherfucker. And I took out my hand and it was like white and I couldn't feel it. And I'm pinching it really fucking hard. I couldn't feel I'm breaking the fingers and nothing. It was dead. So you know what I did? I put it on my penis so it would feel like somebody else. You know? And it worked. But then I thought, shit, I got some guy's hand on my dick. I don't want some dead guy's hand on my dick. Get that out of here. Sex is weird, though. You know when you're having sex with somebody, you start to make those noises. You know those sexual noises? You ever feel weird about the noises you make during sex? You ever listen to yourself and go like, where the fuck did I pick that one up? What the hell was that? Because sometimes you make the oddest noises. You really get into it, you're like, woo! That'd be fun to make that noise with somebody that you're having sex with for the very first time, you know? After all the tension that built up to it, right at the moment of passion, you go, ah! Just to watch their face going, oh, shit. Fuck, man, another one. It's important to make those noises, though. They're very important because the reason we moan during sex is to guide your partner. You're there. It's kind of like a homing device, you know? It's kind of like if a woman is doing something to my nipples during sex or during a boating accident or whatever, it doesn't matter exactly when. If she's doing something to my nipples, I usually want to say to her, you know, you're really wasting your time, honestly. You might as well be licking my wallet. There's just nothing there. Just fucking blow it off, you know? But that would be rude, you know? So you just moan less at the nipple. You just kind of do that holding pattern bullshit moan. It's like, oh, whatever, you know. And then if she starts to move lower, ha, 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 yes! Genius! You know what would be fun to do one time when you're having sex with somebody? Don't make any noise at all. Just lie there perfectly still. And then right at the moment of orgasm, you just look at them and you go, I had sex with this woman once, and she turned out to be a complete nymphomaniac. And I always thought I'd want to be with a nymphomaniac, but it was really a nightmare, you know? Because she wanted to just keep going and going. And the sex was really hard work, too, because she was like just grabbing me, pulling me in there, going, come on, fuck me, come on! Come on, you redheaded faggot, do it, come on! You know. And I'm just, whoa, like a big dildo. All right, whatever, all right. Whoa. So we're done, finally, and I'm like really tired, you know? And she looks at me, and she goes, let's do it again. Like creepy like that, you know? Let's do it again. And I was like, all right. So we do it again. She's like, come on, fuck it, you know? And now we're done and I'm just dead. I'm a bag of shit lying there. I got nothing. And she says, let's do it again. And I was like, why? Really? I mean, we accomplished the thing. What is there a prize? What are we doing here? So we did it again, and this time from behind, which is good for me, because I can't hide the pain in my face anymore. It's impossible. And then she starts getting into it, right? And she starts, like, backing into me really hard. She's going like, bam! 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 And it really fucking hurt a lot. So I had to say something, you know? So I said, hey, take it easy. It's the most polite thing I could think of, you know? I didn't want to say, hey, don't back your snatch into me so hard. You're gonna rip my dick off, you fucking lunatic. Hi, Mom. Anyway, I think sex is a great thing. I think that everybody should be allowed to have all the kinds of sex they want, you know? I would never let a woman spank me, though, because I always be afraid that then I gotta go buy hoods and magazines, and it's like skiing, you go broke on that shit, you know? But I don't understand people that are intolerant of certain sex. Like one guy came up to me once and in the middle of the street and told me I was wearing a faggy shirt. What the hell does that mean? Total stranger walks up to me. Hey, nice faggy shirt, you faggot! What the hell does that mean? I remember the shirt I was wearing, it was pink and it had these little pictures of guys blowing each other on it, you know, like still in a right? But the thing is, though, people just don't, like, I was talking to a friend of mine once about another guy, and I said, is he gay? And my friend said, oh yeah, he's really gay. What the hell does that mean? How do you get to be really gay? Are there many levels? Do you start out just a little bit gay? Like, you know, I feel like I'm coming down with the queers a little bit today. I just feel a little bit queer. I just feel like touching a penis like this. And then one day you're taking it up the ass, you're jerking off two guys and blowing somebody all at the same time. And you go, wow, I'm really gay. I am very homosexual. Look at all these penises. I'm the gayest man in the world. I am Fagator. No one is gayer than me. Thank you very much. You've been a pleasure. Good night. Because the food, man, I eat like high octane crap. Like the other day I got a Cinnabon. Do you know what a Cinnabon is? Let me explain Cinnabons to those of you with self-respect who just walk right by shit like that and have no idea what dudes like me are eating. Because the line at Cinnabon is not a varied group of people. It's not all kinds of folks trying out a Cinnabon. It's not like there's a skinny Chinese girl and then a little dude. It's just... And no one's happy on the Cinnabon line. No one's like, I love these, I can't wait. No one's excited to get one. It's all dudes like me or fat or standing like, oh, fuck, I'm getting a Cinnabon. Oh, shit. I gotta cancel all that shit I was gonna do too, because this is gonna be... Here's what a Cinnabon is, let me explain it to you. It's a 6-foot high cinnamon swirl cake made for one sad fat man. Even if you have a vagina, you are a man if you're eating a Cinnabon. In that moment, you're a man. It's a sticky, hot bun, and it comes with a little tub of jizzy hot syrup. It's hot cum. There's no way that's not hot cum. How is that not hot cum? They should call it a fat faggot treat, just to make us say that when because we don't slow us down. We don't give a shit. Yeah, give me a fat faggot treat, please. Yeah, with a hot cum. Dude, I don't care. What do you think, I have integrity? I'm buying a Cinnabon right now. I'm buying a Cinnabon at the airport that I arrived at. You understand why that's extra disgusting, right? When you're leaving, if you're at your destination, when you're at the airport, you're leaving, you can go like, oh, I gotta eat. I need food, and because I might be trapped in the sky forever, and I should eat right now. But I've landed. The trip is over. I'm 20 minutes from my house where I got bananas and apples and shit. And I'm sitting on my luggage just fucking eating a Cinnabon with a fork and knife, just It was a shitty one too. It was old. The dude at the thing, he was about to take it in and close, and I was like, no, give me that now. And he didn't want to sell it to me. He's like, this is very old. Please don't buy it. Don't buy it. It's too old. I was like, dude, I'm eating that. That's what's gonna happen next. You decide if we're gonna be in the paper tomorrow, but that shit's going in my face. I already made the shitty decision. Don't ruin it. Just give me the jizz. Ooh, yes, thank you, Jim. Just drinking the jizz with my eyes closed. The Cinnabon jizz. Big fat faggot that I am. I'm a fat faggot. How is that not hot cum? They should call it a fat faggot treat, just to make us say that when because we don't slow us down. We don't give a shit. Yeah, give me a fat faggot treat, please. Yeah, with a hot cum. Dude, I don't care. What do you think, I have integrity? I'm buying a Cinnabon right now. I'm buying a Cinnabon at the airport that I arrived at. You understand why that's extra disgusting, right?
when you're leaving, if you're at your destination, you know, when you're at the airport, you're leaving, you can go like, oh, I gotta eat. I need food, and because I might be trapped in the sky forever, and I should eat right now. But this is, I've landed. The trip is over. I'm 20 minutes from my house where I got bananas and apples and shit. And I'm sitting on my luggage just fucking eating a Cinnabon with a fork and knife. Just, It was a shitty one, too. It was old. The dude at the thing, he was about to take it in and close, and I was like, no, give me that, now. And he didn't want to sell it to me. He's like, this is very old, please don't buy it. Don't buy it, it's too old. I was like, dude, I'm eating that. That's what's gonna happen next. You decide if we're gonna be in the paper tomorrow, but that shit's going in my face. I already made the shitty decision, don't ruin it. Just give me the jizz. Ooh, yes, thank you, Jim. Just drinking the jizz with my eyes closed. The Cinnabon jizz. Big fat faggot that I am. I'm a fat faggot. That is, you are what you are, you know. I mean, I'm 40 now, and that's, you know, I mean, I'm 40. I'm half dead, basically. 40's a weird age. You get to this point where, like, you're not old enough for anybody to give a shit that you're old. Nobody's like, I helped a 40-year-old guy today, and it felt really good to do something for him. Nobody spends their holidays delivering hot meals to 40-year-olds. And you're not young enough for anybody to ever be proud of you or impressed. They're just like, yeah, do your job, asshole. Nobody cares. That's what you're supposed to do. And the world looks at you like when you're 40, if you go to the doctor, guess what? They don't try to fix anything anymore. They stop trying to fix shit. When you get to be 40, they just go, yeah, it starts to happen. They don't care. I went to the doctor because my ankle hurt, right? Now, if you're 20 and you have a bad shoulder, the doctor will reconstruct your shoulder through miracles of modern science. He'll take your ear and make a shoulder out of it. It's weird. But when you're 40, they just give you no options. They don't care. I went, because my ankle, like I was limping for like a month out of nowhere. And the doctor, he brings me in, he shows me an x-ray of my ankle. He's like, yeah, your ankle's just worn out. I was like, what do you mean, I injured my ankle? He's like, no, it's just shitty now. Just see that dark area? Ugh, it's all hardened. Yeah, they get like that. They're not good anymore. I was like, well, so just goodbye? Nothing? Is there nothing? You just, nothing? There's no, it's like an incurable shitty ankle. That's it. And he goes, well, there's things you can do. You can stretch. For a half hour a day, you should stretch your ankle. I was like, how long will that take to fix it? He's like, no, you just do that now. That's just a new thing you do until you and your shitty ankle both die. I was like, dude, this hurts a lot. And he goes, well, you could take a leave. Just take a leave. You could buy it, just take it. And you can take whatever amount. It doesn't matter. Like, don't pay attention to the dosage. Like, really? He's like, yeah, you could take 10 a day. You'd be fine. He said take 10 a leave a day. I said, I heard, doesn't that stuff like hurt your intestines? He goes, oh yeah, it'll do some intestinal damage after a while. But you just gotta weigh that against how much you like your ankle not hurting. This is all totally true, by the way. This is exactly what happened. And at one point I was like, hey, what if I was like an athlete or something? He goes, you're not an athlete, so no to whatever else you were about to say. It's bleak. It's harder for old people. My grandmother's 95. She can't see out of her left eye. It just shut off. The last time we went to see her, she's like, I can't see out of my left eye. And we're all like, oh, hey, what was Christmas like in the 40s? Maybe run out the clock on the eye thing if we're lucky, you know? So I go to her doctor. He's right at the end of the hall. He's there always like 90 feet away from her. So I go to the doctor and I said, she can't see out of her left eye at all. And I swear to God, he goes, well, she's probably got a bunch of tumors in her head. I swear to God. That's exactly what he said. I remember it because I was blown away by how none of his education he applied to this particular diagnosis. He said that she's probably got a bunch of tumors in her head. He's a doctor and he called it her head. He almost said fucking head. I swear to God, like that's what he was thinking. She's probably got a bunch of tumors in her fucking head. Oh, who gives a shit? That old cunt will be dead in a week. I ain't gonna get up from my desk because of her eye. What, does she need 2 eyes to see the shitty place you fucking put her because you don't love her enough? Anyway, I ain't there yet. I'm halfway there. 40-year-old guys are not good specimens either. We're not. Like, I have a friend who has a lot of young girlfriends. He always goes, and he goes a little too, they're too young. And it's not okay. He brings them around and you're like, dude, don't. Like, literally point at her face and go, don't fuck her. That's awful. Because, and she's like, just bad, But so he was going to have sex with her one night, and he said he wanted to go all night. Like, he wanted to really last a long time. So he said, I'm going to drink a lot of milk so I can have a lot of sex. I was like, who told you that mattered? And he goes, well, because you can come more if you drink milk. This guy actually thinks that, like, you run out of cum, but if you drink milk, your body goes like, oh, dude, that's perfect. Just send that right through. That's fine. Nobody will know the difference. Just go ahead and send it through. Run out of cum and a pinch milk is fine. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and send it right through. Spray it all over his cat's face, whatever he was doing. What? I'll come on my cat's face. If she's watching, she's gonna get a face full of cum. She knows that by now. She knows. It's her fault now. Come on my cat's face once, shame on me. I don't have a cat. I don't have a cat. I never had one. I mean, I would come on a cat's face. I'm not trying to take that back. I just don't happen to have a cat. I have a dog, and I had a dog when I was a teenager, and yeah, I did once. I made my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls, which is something you now can't unknow. You just know it. I did this. And I only hesitated to start the sentence only because I wasn't sure whether to say that I let my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls or that I made him lick cottage cheese. And really, considering how much dogs love cheese, I think I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. I think that's probably the fairest way to put it. I remember it so clearly. And I remember the look on the dog's face. He was like, oh, fuck, dude, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this to us? Just put it on a plate. Why do I have to lick it off your goddamn balls? All right, come on, fine, let's do it. I'm doing it. I don't care. Look, you gotta live with this. I'll be dead in 2 years. I'm a dog. This is your problem. Sorry I'm being so negative. I'm a bummer. I don't know. I shouldn't be. I'm a very, lucky guy. I got a lot going for me. I'm healthy. I'm relatively young. I'm white, which thank God for that shit, boy. That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, I love being white. I really do. Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out because this shit is... So I'm on the subway, and I'm standing there, and from behind me over here, I hear this. I hear... And I was like, ooh, okay. This is a crazy person. I mean, it's not a big surprise in New York. Then I heard it again. I was like, all right, I want to see the crazy person. Just want to take a look. So I look over, and it's not what I expected. It wasn't a big homeless guy with 2 sets of headphones that don't work or anything like that. It was a young woman. She looked like she was about 21. She's standing there. She's very kind of nice, properly dressed. She was very like Michigan-y or something. Very suburban-y, Michigan-y kind of thing. And she's standing there with a ponytail. And then all of a sudden she starts going like this. She goes, la 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 la. La 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 la. And I realized, oh, she's like a student, like a singing music student. And she's doing her vocal exercises on the subway. You know what? It wasn't charming or nice. It was arrogant and rude. Because she just had this look like, I'm so cool because I'm studying music in New York City. And I just do my thing right on the subway every day. La 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 la, everybody. La 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 la, tired nurse who just did a 14-hour shift.
When I was a kid, they just taught us things to try to keep us just shut the fuck up. Our morals were just shut the fuck up. Things like slow and steady wins the race. They taught us that. Slow and steady wins the race. Really? Does it win the race? You know what beats slow and steady? Fast and steady. Kicks the shit out of slow and steady. Slow and steady beats old and retarded. That's about it. Stop telling that to kids.
I never understood people judging people for the way they have sex. So some people get angry at homosexuals just for being gay. They get mad at them. Arr! I never really understood that, you know, because they're just having sex with each other. It's like I can understand if gay people were just running out in the streets, just fucking people in the ass willy-nilly, just like a pestilence, like without asking, you know, like you're at the ATM. Hey, what the fuck, Jesus! God damn it! Some faggot just fucked me right in the ass. Seriously. Fucking right through my pants. He fucking ruined my new pants. It's fucking bullshit. Another one. God damn it. I gotta get the fuck home. This is ridiculous. But they generally don't do that, so I don't know what the fucking problem is. People get mad. They don't want to don't get married. Well, you don't have to go to the wedding. What the fuck? You don't have to buy him anything? It doesn't matter. So, some people go like, well, then a guy will marry his dog. Good. Fucking, I hope he blows his dog. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have any effect on your life. What the fuck do you care? Or people that try to talk about like it's a social issue. Like when you see someone stand up in a talk show and say like, how am I supposed to explain to my child that 2 men are getting married? I don't know. It's your shitty kid. You fucking tell him. Why is that anyone else's problem? 2 guys are in love, but they can't get married because you don't want to talk to your ugly child for fucking 5 minutes? Who fucking cares about your shitty kid? He's probably a faggot anyway. How stupid is that? All right. Stupid. I don't know. The only thing that bums me out though is that you're not supposed to laugh at gay people when they're funny, because sometimes they just are. They're funny. Like I lived in New York for a lot of my life, and in my neighborhood everybody was gay. And it you know, some guys are just a guy walking down the street, but some gay guys are a guy in little shorts and a half shirt and, you know, combat boots spray painted green and a whistle, and he's standing on the corner going, "Hello, it's fucking hot outside." That's not a stereotype. Those guys fucking exist by the thousands. And when I see them, I laugh really loud. I just do. And people are like, don't laugh at him because he's gay. No, I'm not. I'm laughing because he's fucking weird and silly. He's hilarious. How am I supposed to react? Hello? Oh, hello. Hello, yes. Seriousness is, yes. It's stupid. Actually, the one guy I would blow, based on who he is Ewan McGregor. There is this one guy out there. I gotta say that I have no gay inclinations except for I met this fucking dude in person. I was working on some awards show, and there he's standing right there, and I was like, fuck! Like, I was just blown away. Like, Jesus Christ, he's fucking beautiful. And he looked at me and he was like, hello. And I was like, I fucking shivered. Like, I started shivering. Like, fuck! It's fucking gorgeous.
And like a week later, I was like staring off into space somewhere, and I realized, fuck, I was just daydreaming about Ewan McGregor. Like, seriously, I'm not gay in any other way except for I want to fuck that guy right in the face. I totally want to fuck his face. I want to fuck the shit out of his face. I want him to fuck me. I do. I want him to fuck me. I don't really have a shot with him, I think, because... So here's what happens, though. You get fat enough, though, what happens is your belly starts to push out like this, and then it pushes your pants down to your pelvis because they won't hang in the normal place anymore. And then down there, they feel loose, and you start going, hey, losing weight, all right, I'm coming down. My pants are getting loose, I am getting thinner. I ate my way through to the other side, I did. Fucking, I don't give a shit. I'm fat. Look at this shit. I don't fucking care. Look at that. I don't care. It's just a sweaty bowl of fucking flesh. I don't care. Look how fucked up this is, too. It goes right in. Like, it goes at a right angle. It hits my pelvis. It doesn't, like, slope back down. It fucking goes in and then back up. It's fucked up. Like, when I'm in the shower and I'm scrubbing like this, when I get down there, I gotta turn in like this. I gotta actually make a turn. I'm gonna fucking cut in, or that crevice gets fucking filthy. It's ridiculous. It is. It's like a theater seat. There's like fucking receipts and shit and popcorn and fucking kids' toys and oh fuck, what the hell? My body's just falling apart, man. I got tits now too. I just got tits, and that is a fucked up day in a man's life. When you look in the mirror and you realize, fuck, I got, because you don't see them coming. They're sort of pouting out a little by little, and then one day they just fucking fall a little, and that's it. You have tits. And they're there for good. They're not going to, like, go back. It's fucking over. That's the thing, is that I'm 39. I'm not going to get better now. I'm not going to be all ripped when I'm 48. It's fucking over. It's this or a lot worse for the rest of my life. But the tits were the worst, because I used to laugh at guys with tits. That shit ain't funny to me anymore. Because that was an awful moment. I'm just standing there looking, had all these feelings. They must be the same feelings that a teenage girl has when she gets her tits. It must be the same. It's the only thing that a 12-year-old girl and a 40-year-old man have in common is that moment. Nothing. To carry my books like this now. You know what the thing is? I don't give a shit. I don't care about how I look. I'm bald. I'm fat. I don't give a fuck. I'm married. I got 2 kids. My wife hates me. What am I going to get laid if I lose a few pounds? Who fucking cares? Like I'm going to get mad pussy if I suddenly look better? No. That shit is over for me forever. And I'm glad. I really am. I'm relieved. Now when I see a beautiful girl walking down the street, I'm like, hey, fuck you. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Go fuck somebody else. I'll jerk off to you later. Probably have a better time. Not like she would have fucked the shit out of me anyway. Not like she would have given me her best. I never really got the best out of a beautiful woman. I had sex with a few beautiful women, and they didn't really rock out on my dick so much. It was more like, kind of like, all right, why not? Give it a, she's kind of funny, just sort of a fucking begrudging fuck in a weird situation. With a lot of regret afterwards. I've been there, like, I was in Oklahoma City. I slept with this beautiful woman. She was so hot, and she got really drunk, and she fucked me. And the next morning, I wake up, and she's looking at me, and she's like, oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't believe y'all got to fuck me. I can't believe. She was so bummed out. I think she felt like she had raped herself with my dick. That's actually, like, how she felt. That's so weird to realize that you were somebody's bottom. Like you are somebody's place that they got to. That they saw you in their bed and went, oh, fuck, okay. All right, I gotta totally stop all this shit now. Fuck. I gotta go back to school. I gotta fucking reconcile with my dad. I go, oh, fucking shit. Took the kids out the other day. When she just it's the most amazing thing is when you get to be alone in your house. As a dad, you never get to be alone, or as a mom. But when the other parent takes the kids out and you're alone, that's fucking awesome. And I think I'm getting older because the way I use that time has totally changed. I used to have, Jerkfest 2006. Are you shitting me? Jerking off in my own house, alone in my own bed, taking my time, go through my wife's shit for pictures of her friends I want to fuck. Everything. It was awesome. But I'm older now, so I don't do that. I don't care about that. Now, when everybody leaves, you know what I do? I just shit for hours. I take a big, long, beautifully private shit with nobody fucking with me. That's my dream in life, is to take a shit without people fucking with me. Because when you have kids, first of all, the other parent starts banging the window on the door. Get out of there! Help me! Or my 4-year-old walks in while I'm shitting. She just fucking walks in the room and does a little dance. Like, get out of here. My asshole is this big. I'm pushing a shit out right now. I don't want to see a cute face at this moment. That's traumatizing. And so when they leave, even if I don't have to, I just shit for a fucking hour. My ass dries out. I don't care. I stay there because I love shitting. That's how old I am. I love to shit. It's my favorite thing. I don't know why they call it number 2. I think it's easily the best one. It's in my book. It's number 1. But
Okay. All right. I'm gonna talk to you for about an hour, and it's weird. It's weird what I do. Somebody asked me once if it takes confidence to. Nobody asked me, but I just want to talk about this. If it takes. It does take confidence to do this. It takes not a general confidence, but a specific kind. There's lots of kinds of confidence. There's personal confidence. I don't have much of that. Personal confidence is like a man wearing white pants. That takes, tremendous confidence and optimism, really. To leave the house in white pants like it's going to be a great day. There's going to be no puddles or pizza, nothing. I could never wear white pants because I'll get my period, first of all. I know that. Or diarrhea, more likely. That's really my period. Diarrhea. About once a month, I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. Better just get home. And don't make any big decisions today. It's true, don't make, if you have diarrhea, don't negotiate. It's a bad bargaining position. If I have diarrhea, you stand between me and the toilet, I'll sell you my house for 10 cents. So that's one kind of confidence. Moral confidence. That means knowing that you would do the right thing. Knowing that you wouldn't do something wrong. Moral confidence. You can have that in your daily life because a lot of your days are the same. But what if you were in another time? I would love to believe, I feel confident that I would not have had slaves. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have had any. Even if I lived in 17 whatever in Virginia and all my neighbors had slaves, I would have been like, you guys are dicks. I can say that, but it's easy to say that now because you can't get no slaves. You just can't. You can't get any. That's why you don't have slaves. It's not because you're better than back then people. It's because they're not available. That's a huge contributing factor. It's not a decision you need to make every day, like you're crying on your groceries, but oh, fuck, maybe I should. I don't know, I better not, but geez, it would be easier. Because they're not there. It's not like they have slaves at Home Depot. I mean, they kind of do. But, yeah. There are some forms of kinda slavery. You can get a Russian woman to do whatever you want because her family's hostage. That's one of them. But that's still temporary. I mean, you could adopt like a 12-year-old from Bangladesh, and I mean, really, he'll move into your house and do your laundry and suck your dick, whatever you want. But even he gets to leave when he's 18. Although, who wants them when they're that old? I'm just saying. Excuse me. I'm just saying that slavery gets rebranded, but it doesn't really ever totally go away. I mean, it's been part of human history going way back, slavery. Even the earliest civilizations in Mesopotamia, I don't know if I didn't go to college, I don't know anything. But the earliest images of human life already had the guys going, ugh, and the guy going, ah, motherfucker. How early did we come up with this? Like from the beginning of human existence, we evolved, through ideas. We were a scared, naked ape, and then we were like, make a fire, it's a good idea. Kill an animal and take his fur, it's a good idea. Plant things and then wait, it's a good idea. But really quickly we came up with, just make them fucking do it. I'm not doing anything. I'm doing nothing. Make them fucking do it. That was like our third thing we did on Earth. So you can have confidence, but you got to be a little, I mean, there's things that people did in history that I wouldn't have done, for sure. Like, I wouldn't have made an Auschwitz. I wouldn't have done that. What am I going to do with an Auschwitz? Yeah, Auschwitz is not one of those where you're like, it was the times, It was a horrible thing, obviously. Auschwitz, horrible. They killed people. They killed children. They killed little children in Auschwitz who could have grown up and moved to Brooklyn and hated black people. And they didn't get to do that. It's terrible. I know. I had a friend who's a comedian in England, and he made a joke about Auschwitz. And he got in a lot of trouble. There was a big shitstorm. And at one point, Auschwitz tweeted about his joke. It's true. It's an Auschwitz with a blue check. So it was like, oh, cool, it's really them. And they tweeted like, that's not funny. Why is the death camp tweeting? Who's running the social accounts at Auschwitz? I got a summer job at Auschwitz. I'm running their Twitter. Moral confidence. There's other ways to boost your moral confidence. Like you can do good things. Or not. You can help people all the time. You can help homeless people. There's a lot of homeless people here. There's a shitload of homeless people here. I mean, not in here. There's none in here. There's zero in here. That's right. They can't come in here. Even with a ticket, they cannot come in here. They're not allowed in the places where we're allowed. That's what we all agree on. Everybody's like, I don't know what to do about the homeless, but they're not coming in here. They're not coming in here. They're outdoor people. They don't have... If you don't have your own indoors, you can't go in other people's indoors. They can't go where we go. There's places where you'll never see a homeless person. Like the airport. There's no homeless people at the airport. You go to the bus station, they're on the bus beside you. But at the airport, they can't even get to it. They can't even get to it. You never seen a homeless person at the airport? You never been at your gate and some guy's like, hey man, I'm trying to get to Tokyo, can you help me out? Give me an aisle seat, brother. And they're all over the country, everywhere now. I've been on tour, I've seen them everywhere. I was in Phoenix, and it was during the summer, 120 degrees. And homeless people are just standing at the intersection with a sign, and they're just cooking. You can't even tell what race he was before it burnt off. And he's holding a sign that says, "Help, I'm on fire." But you're in a white BMW, like, I can't, sorry. There's glass here. I can't help because of the glass. And even here you drive by them. In New York, you walk right by them. So in New York, they're right there. They're in your space. They're in your world. And you got to make a choice. Every couple of blocks, you got to make a choice. You can help or not. You got to keep shooting. You got to put a limit on it somewhere, because you're not going to help all of them, and you're not going to help any of them, really, with a few bucks. But there's always that. Like, there's a homeless guy who lives. He doesn't live anywhere, but I mean, he's by definition he's at large. But he's often seen. He's always on the corner by my house. Same guy every day. And I walk past him every day on the way to the store. I go to the same store every day. I go to Claire's. I don't know if you know Claire's. It's a jewelry store for children. I go there every day. I buy a handful of scrunchies and I run home. Everything else I buy online. But anyway, when I walk by this homeless guy in the morning, he always goes, "Hey, man, can you help me out?" And I go, "Sure." I give him $5. Then I go to the store. 5 minutes later, I walk by, and he says, "Hey, man, he doesn't remember," which is fine. But I don't want to give him another $5, you know, because I only have a few million. I don't know why. I don't know why. I clearly should. I don't know what makes me go, You had your $5, young man. What am I going to spoil him?
Some people raise their kids religiously, and that kind of covers it. They kind of go, all this, do that. I'm not raising my kids religiously because I don't feel like it. Let's get up on a Sunday. Fuck that. Fuck that. Let your souls rot, kids. I don't care. I'm not getting... Daddy, who's Jesus? None of your business. Go back to bed. But my kids, you know, they're living in the world, and there's a lot of religion in the world, so you do have to teach your kids, if you're not raising them religiously, you do have to teach them about religion, you know? I always tell my kids the same thing. I tell them that there are many religions in the world, and they're all equal, but the Christians are the main one. That's what I tell them. The Christians won. They're the winners, so act accordingly. Congratulate Christians when you meet them, because they won the world. And it's true. It's true. We love to tell ourselves, like, every religion is exactly... No, they're not. The Christians won everything a long time ago. If you don't believe me, let me ask you a question. What year is it? I mean, come on. What year is it according to the entire human race? And why? What year is it? Anybody, sir, just yell out the year. Thank you. 2016. No, it's 20. That's right. It's 2017. What is that? That's a number. It's not just any number. It must be a very important number, because we're counting to it in unison as a species. For thousands of years, we've been going 1, 2, 3. Come on, everybody. 4. And now, come on, Africa. 5, 6. What is this number? We're counting the days. Since what? Since there was ever people, or since the sun did a something? Not at all.
It's been 2017 years since what? Anybody, yell it out. Yes, Christ! Christ! That's right. It's been 2017 years since Christ! Jesus! We are counting the days since Jesus together. Which makes sense if you're Christian, but what the fuck are the rest of us doing? Jesus was here, Jesus was here, Jesus was here. Everybody's scientists, historians. Jesus, Jesus. Jesus plus 2, Jesus plus 3, Jesus plus 4. Jesus plus 2017 years, 4 months, and 3 days is when your license expires. How is that not a win for the Christians? How is that not a complete win? That's not a Monday off in October. That's there was no time before Jesus. And the whole world's like, okay, sure. And then somebody was like, what about the years before him? There were billions, I mean, infinity. Those go backwards. You want us to measure most of history backwards? To accommodate one religion? Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it. The whole world. You ever watch New Year's Eve around the world? They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. The first is one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I don't forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year, and they just wear grass because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017, and it goes around the world. Oh, it's a 2017. Oh, it's a 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017. The Jews are quietly keeping track. It's really 5,766, but that's for us. We're just, that's okay. We're just keeping track for when you snap out of it. It's all right. I'll write yours on my check. I don't want a problem. What about Chinese New Year? Yeah, what about Chinese New Year? All right. Next time you're doing your taxes, just write monkey where the year goes. Just put monkey. See what happens to your funds. No, it's 2017, year of our Lord. Jesus-y, a clock on the nose. And they made it up. That's the weirdest part, is they got to rename years that had already taken place. Because you know that's not what those years were. You know that, right? That the year 3 wasn't the year 3 during the year 3. Nobody was walking around back then. Hey, what year is it? It's 3. Yeah, but I'm 28. How can I be 28? There's only been 3. Oh, well, see, you were born in BC 24, and there's a 0. Remember it went backwards? Oh, shit, that was stressful. I hated those years. What was that like? What year is it? 10. What year is it now? 9. The fuck is gonna happen?
Jesus was hungry. But when he came to the tree, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and saith unto the tree, No man shall eat fruit of thee hereafter and forever. What's the fucking point to this story? What is the moral that Jesus just killed a tree? He was hungry. He was fucking cranky. He's like, there's no figs. Fuck you, tree. You're fucking dead, you piece of shit. I wanted a fig. You're fucking dead. Watch this. And the tree's like, but the time of figs is not yet. It's just not yet. I need another week. You want fruit out of season? Go to Whole Foods, you fucking Jew. I didn't do anything. You can't act like that, man. You can't act like that. You walk around acting like that, folks will nail you to a cross. That's what they'll do. My parents, they got divorced when I was about 10, and I have kids now, and their parents are divorced also. I remember when we told our kids about that we were going to divorce. You get divorced, you should tell your children. So we had to do it carefully because they were 5 and 2 years old at the time. So we had to put it in a way that they could comprehend. So I remember we sat them down and I said, okay, listen, you know how you love your dog? You love your dog. Like sometimes you give your dog food from your plate. You're not supposed to, but you do that because you love your dog. Remember the other day your mom and I were like, don't give the dog any ham, but you did because you love your dog. Okay, so that's why we're getting a divorce. Because you don't listen. And we just can't take it anymore. It's just too hard to not be listened to. So we're gonna move to separate homes and each have you for half the week because neither of us wants to have you all the time anymore.
Everybody has a competition in their brain of good thoughts and bad thoughts. Hopefully the good thoughts win. For me, I always have both. I have like the thing I believe, the good thing. That's the thing I believe. And then there's this thing. And I don't believe it, but it is there. It's always this thing and then this thing. It's become a category in my brain that I call, of course, but maybe. I'll give you an example. Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Jesus. I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him. But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever. No, of course not. Of course, if you're fighting for your country and you get shot or hurt, it's a terrible tragedy. Of course. Of course. But maybe if you pick up a gun and go to another country and you get shot, it's not that weird. Maybe if you get shot by the dude you were just shooting at, it's a tiny bit your fault. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Listen, you all clapped for dead kids with the nuts. For kids dying from nuts, you applauded. So you're in this with me now, do you understand? You don't get to cherry pick. Those kids did nothing to you. Of course, slavery is the worst thing. that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them. There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a fuck about particular people. You can do anything. That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people, that we fuck others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the fucking roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit.
It started with my friend Mike. He was going home for Christmas. And he lives in Connecticut. He grew up in Connecticut in some shitty shit town in shitty Connecticut. And he didn't like going home. He's one of those people, he came from a place, doesn't like it anymore. And he goes back, he doesn't know how to handle his family, you know? And he came from a family of white racists and he doesn't like going home. But it's still home. So he went home for Christmas one year and everybody's hanging out during the day, talking, having lunch. And his father and his brother both work at this factory. And his brother's grousing about his day at work. And he goes, yeah, and then this fucking nigger fell asleep with the forklift. And then my friend Mike heard that and he went, oh God, why am I part of this people? I hate this. And he felt bad. And then that night he's in the kitchen, cousin comes downstairs, was staying, and his cousin, he likes his cousin. That's the one person he always felt connected with. And his cousin's like, what's wrong, man? And he says, well, geez, I come home and I hope that everything would be, you know, normal. But then my brother says, oh, he's about the factory and this nigger fell asleep with the forklift. And his cousin goes, oh my God, the nigger fell asleep with the forklift?
We are counting the days since Jesus together. The whole world. You ever watch New Year's Eve around the world? They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. There's one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year. And they just wear grass. Because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017. And it goes around the world. Oh, it's a 2017. Oh, it's a 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017.
When you get up really, really crazy high in life.
You're too high.
You're Madison Square Garden and all this kind of crazy shit that I was doing. It's like the fall will kill you. It's not human. And there's no oxygen up there. And there's no drag on your wings. And it's lonely. And it doesn't have it's not affected by your feelings anymore. It's just this other thing. When I went back to work and I was like, I'm doing clubs again. How's that going to feel? And I'm sitting in the Funny Bone in St. Louis, and the machine that sends Coke to the bar is next to my head, and I'm sitting there, and there's the smell of chicken wings and pizza, and I'm doing retail comedy. I was happy as fuck. I was so happy to be telling the jokes to people whose faces I could see, and whose admission prices, they're giving that to me as a gift, and they're going home happy. And I got back to that level of comedy, and it was really beautiful. That's where I live now. I mean, I do the theaters because I'm still a fucking pig. I still like it.
A piece of litter, what are you supposed to do with it? You should throw it on the pile of litter. Because if you put it in a receptacle, then it gets collected and it gets taken to a dump in a landfill, and then or it goes on a boat and it goes out and gets dumped in the ocean, and some dolphin wears it as a hat on its face for 10 years. This hat that never dissolves on its face. Oh. Jesus. I mean, everything that we introduce to the world is shitty. meaning white people. Because I really think that white people are from like another planet. Because when we came to America, it was so nice. It was just Indians, and they weren't even Indians. We called them that by accident, and we still call them that. Like we knew in a month that it wasn't Indians, but we just don't give a shit. We never correct it. We came here, they're like, hi, and we're like, hey, you're Indians, right? And they're like, no. No, this is India, right? No, it's not, it's totally other place. You're not Indians? No. Ah, you're Indians. You're Indians for hundreds of years after. We ruined everything here. This was it was just coast to coast, just green and brown and beautiful. And all the humans were just walking around with painted faces, just walking. And they'd be like, ooh, that looks yummy. And then they just eat from the ground. And then they'd sleep on the grass. And they'd wake up and they'd fuck. And then they'd go for a swim and do a little dance. That was the whole continent, was just folks doing that. I mean, there was people in Mexico cutting off kids' heads and rolling them down the pyramid stairs. But that's always going on. What are you gonna, you can't do a whole lot about that. But I think we came from another planet, and the reason is because we don't like it here. I mean, why, if we're from here, if we belong on Earth, why aren't we comfortable on Earth at all? We need nice, smooth surfaces and right angles, and we need it to be cool and not too hot, just perfect. Like, when it's hot, why wouldn't we just, fuck it? Why wouldn't we be like that if we belong here? And it's weird because people that aren't, whatever you call there's environmentalists, and then there's people who are whatever, they just hate environmentalists. But that's what people get angry at environmentalists, because they think they're slowing down the economy and creating restrictions. And a lot of these people are Christian. A lot of these people are very devout Christians. And that's such a confusing thing to me, that if you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back, he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did this? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this? Come over. Did you fucking spill this? What is that? It's oil. It's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill. Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground? Because I wanted to go faster. I'm not fast enough. And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit. Well, because jobs. What is a job? Explain to me, what's a fucking job? You work at a place, and when people call when their game doesn't work, and you help them figure it out. What do you do that for? For money. What do you need money for? Food. Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Grab it up, make some bread. What are you doing? Yeah, but it doesn't have like bacon around it, and like I like when it has like bacon on it and I watched somebody do that the other day after a meal. They went, oh, it was just mwah, mwah. And I started wondering, what does that mean? What does that signify? Mwah, through everybody's life without any... And everybody's beep, honking and outraged, and you always see the guy go, I have to. There's no other possible thing I could do. What else could I do Except go up one more block and then go left and take 4 seconds. That's not my favorite way, though. That only meets 99% of my criteria. But I'm selfish. I would like to be a better person because I got kids. And I want to, pass on a better. But sometimes it's not clear what the right thing is to do. Like one time I threw a candy wrapper on the street. And I didn't do it like, yeah. I just, yeah, take that shit straight. I did it because I was, like shaking. I wanted the candy. Anyway, I was with a friend who said to me, "You just littered on the street. Don't you care about the environment?" And I thought about it and I said, you know what? This isn't the environment. This is New York City. This is not the environment. This is where people live. New York City is not the environment. New York City is a giant piece of litter. It's like the giantest, next to Mexico City, the shittiest piece of litter in the world. Just a pussy, runny, smoking, stinking piece of litter. So if you have... All right. Yeah, I'm not a good guy. I am not. I wish I was a good guy. I like the idea of being a good guy. Sometimes I have an opportunity to be a good guy, but then I don't necessarily do it. I was on a plane once, and I was flying first class because I had a thing. I fly first class. Who cares? Just, that's the way it is. I'm not like you. I'm not. All the things you do, I do a better version of all those things. And it's only for another year at the most, believe me. It's not gonna last. It's been about 8 months. I got a year left, and then I'm back to being just like you. But for now, it's pretty good. So I'm in a first class seat, and first class is so crazily better. It's so much better. You get a bigger seat. They fly on a shitty airline. You think they get to go in a cool green plane with a red light? Go, go, go! No, they just go to Delta, and they just wait in line to go to a war. And they always fly coach. I've never seen a soldier in first class in my life. It could be a full bird colonel. He's between 2 fat guys in coach. And they're always nice. I've never seen a soldier get on a plane like, hey, I'm in the army. Fuck you. I have a gun. They're always like, oh, yes, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am. It's like having an extra flight attendant. They help everybody put their shit up. They're awesome. And every time that I see a soldier on a plane, I always think, you know what? I should give him my seat. It would be the right thing to do. It would be easy to do, and it would mean a lot to him. I could go up to him, hey, son. I get to call him son. Hey, son, go ahead and take my seat. Because I'm in first class. Why? For being a professional asshole. I'm in first class because I talk about babies with big dicks. That's what got me my seat. This guy is giving his life for the country, he thinks, and so he has to say, but that's good enough. That's good enough. The fact that he thinks it. I'm serious. He's fucking told by everybody in his life system that that's a great thing to do, and he's doing it. And it's scary, but he's doing it, and he's sitting in this shitty seat, and I should trade with him. I never have. Let me make that clear. I've never done it once.
And they've been married for like 60 years. You know that kind of story? Everybody always loves that. The kind of people that always get applause based on the math of their lives. How long have you been married?
60 years. Oh. Ah.
Isn't that automatically wonderful? How do you know? You just know how long it's been.
For 60 years, every morning he tells me I'm a piece of shit.
Well, let's just say this is a happy couple, okay? They love each other. They've been married for 60 years. That's longer than most people really want to be alive, and they've been together
that long. And now they're just an old couple, and they just walk together. You know when you see two people? And it's kind of lovely. They don't need anybody else. It's just the two of them. This is both of them. They just walk. They always walk somewhere nobody walks there. There's trash. Trucks. He's wearing a suit that is not a color. She's wearing a dress that's like a triangle, like a kid drew it. It's just fucking a dress with fruit on it. Nobody cares. And they just walk every day.
It's cold. Yeah, it's cold. You want to go to the store and get a cracker? Yeah, let's get a cracker at the store. Yeah, buy a cracker. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
And then one day, usually he dies first. They're walking, and he goes, ah. Ah. And she says, Richard! Ah. Ah. Richard! Ah. And he dies. So now it's just her. Just Rose. And she's alone. Now she just stands in their house. Once in a while, somebody goes to get Rose because there's a wedding. Come on, Rose. Just fucking come on. Come on. Fuck, come on. Fuck. Just want to push her from... She lives 10 more years. 10 years after Richard dies. And then 10 years later, now she's laying in a bed. She's dying. Somebody's there with her on their phone. So Rose is dying, and she says, well, at least now I get to be with my Richard forever. Where'd she get that idea? Where did that come from? I've looked it up. No religion teaches that when you die, you get to ruin heaven for your dead spouse. Why is that fair? Who gets... Richard's been dead for 10 years. He's been in heaven for 10 years. And somebody comes up to him, hey, your wife is coming. What? Hey, just now? Yeah, Rose just died. She'll be here in about 20 minutes. They just gotta hose her down and tape the wings on. And then you're gonna be together forever. Wait a minute. Fuck. You said this was heaven. Why is this... I have a girlfriend here now. I don't want to fucking... She's the love of your life. She's not the love of my death, motherfucker. That's marriage. Marriage is a big deal. Marriage is a big deal. I went to a wedding the other day. You ever been in an email fight? Some of you are in an email fight right now. You know, an email fight, not a text fight. A text fight is like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Dick, bitch. You're an asshole, bitch. That's a text fight. An email fight is like, in June when I told you that I had this issue, I was very disappointed in the way you didn't listen. You know those emails you just work on it all night? Like it's the closing argument to a murder case. It's so important, your fucking email. You're pounding it out like Beethoven and you're pouring water in your head and going deaf and still working on it. And then you send it to somebody. Can you read this and tell me if it's fair what I wrote? Start at the bottom.
And they write back, I made a few changes. Oh, thank you. That really captures my voice. And yet. And then you send it to somebody else, and they're like, I would take out eat shit fuckface. And you're like, no, fuck you. I'm going to keep it. And then finally you send it. And you're like, And then you feel really good. I finally said it. Finally. And you have this fantasy that they're at home reading it right now going, I'm wrong about all of the things. And at some point during the day, they haven't written back yet, and you know it's because you just bewitched them. And you decide, I'm going to read my email. I'm going to read the email that I wrote. Is there any more disgusting modern human behavior than reading your own already sent emails? Is there any more scratching your asshole and smelling your finger than that? I do it all the time. So that's what I did. I was in an email fight, and I looked in the sent folder where that's it. It's in stone. You can't change that anymore. And I realized by mistake it said, this is my latest draft. What do you think? So now the rest of it is just shit. It's shit now. Because she knows I have a writing staff and a focus group. There should be credits at the end of this fucking email. Approved by